Hello again everyone, I am once again back in LYNE, and today's video will be set F. I will still be using the Deep Space palette as I have not yet unlocked this palette, and I don't particularly care for the Tangerine or Tulip palettes, because in the palettes not only do they change the background color, but they also change the color of the different shapes like the diamonds, triangles, and that kind of thing that you connect with the lines. So it changes those as well as the background color, and I don't really care for it. Especially the tangerine just feels weird to me. So I'm going to be sticking with Deep Space specifically for this set F, and then probably move on to the newer palette if it looks pleasing to me. Anyways, moving on to set F. This is the thing that I like to talk about with the idea of 3 different lines. It's the fact that I know that move is pretty much obligatory because it has to go through because these 2 lines have to go through the square. So those 2 moves are pretty much obligatory and have to remain one to left. And notice that this can't come out to the side here because then this blue line has nowhere to go. So then this triangle orange line absolutely has to be there. So just kind of narrowing down by process of elimination what has to necessarily go where, and then moving on from there to figuring out, okay, where do I have to go in terms of filling out the rest of the lines here. So I've got to figure out exactly how to get an extra line through this particular box, unless somehow I can go. Okay, so that opens up that, and that means I can just go like that. So just basically going by, basically that's how I approach a lot of these levels. Just by going through process of elimination, like I know that has to go there, and then the blue has to go out that way because that's the only 2 ways that lines are going to go through that particular octagon. So after that, I just kind of fill out whatever I think is probably correct, and then if it leaves a couple octagons open, then I go back and see, okay, how do I fill this out? But I like to try and go with the most complex line first to get whatever's going to be the most problematic in terms of this has to go through this many times. So those are the 2 things that I look for first: is the obligatory ones that have to absolutely go in a certain way, and then whatever else will fit in terms of what lines have to go where to fill out. Well, a lot of it for me is not necessarily so much looking at patterns, but rather just kind of guessing, as it were, in terms of, okay, I think this has to go here, so I'm going to try that. If it works, great, it worked. If it doesn't, well, let's go back, try and figure out, okay, where does this line have to go now? For example, the issue of trying to get these lines to here as much as possible. This is becoming problematic. This is one that's going to be problematic for me because I don't know exactly how this red line is supposed to go. I mean, it could go all the way up like that, even something like that. Yeah, nothing like that. But I mean, it could go easily like that. And I'm guessing that's where it has to go because there's no other way to get enough in that line. But that leaves me with the predicament of needing. Oh, okay. Yeah, so that's really how I approach it, just by process of elimination. Okay, what do I necessarily have to do here? What are the steps I have to follow? And what can I do to fill out the rest of the stuff once I get everything kind of sorted out with making the first few moves, figuring out. Again, I like to do the most complicated or the most obvious moves first, just to kind of get them out of the way, then move on from there and try and figure out, okay, what's missing, what hasn't been filled out, what do I need to go through, where do I need to go through. And that's just, I mean, it's kind of just personal preference at that point in terms of what I like to do when I'm solving these. But it's really up to anytime when you're doing puzzle games or anything like that. It's really up to you to find what necessarily works for you and how you can go about best solving puzzles, depending on how your mind works, how you see the puzzles, and how you basically shape them out in your mind. And what you'll see is a lot of me just shifting over lines in terms of just, okay, this has to, I've got an open space where, well, what line can fill out that open space effectively in terms of where it's going to go. Okay. Let's try this now. Alright, I have to... Because once I get a lot of this, get the basic lines that I think are correct drawn up, then from there I kind of go into a mode of, okay, where do what works from here in terms of what squares are missing moves, and what lines can easily move on to fill those out, as long as everything connects first. One thing I haven't run into in particular on this level, and I'm actually surprised I haven't, is making sure trying to manage the lines don't cross over each other. Obviously, there's certain ways you want to make the line so that it's not blocking it. Like, pretty much, the red line has to go through here, so I can't make a move like that. I can't make a move that blocks the line from having no possible way in order to move in that particular direction. So that's really what I'm looking for in terms of that. Let's see here. So if I leave that open for double moves, so I can move what I need. No. Actually, maybe it does. So I'm still stuck with the difficulty of needing, so maybe I need to go through. There we go. Obviously, to just kind of eliminating the process of, okay, that line is not going to go all the way down there and back up and fit with the other lines, so just kind of, yeah, it's a lot of this is simply process of elimination with, okay, that doesn't work, that doesn't work. What is going to work? And going from there. Can't go that way. There we go. It is nice being able to do games like these that are nice and calming and don't take necessarily a high intensity nature to them, but they're kind of just like, okay, I can relax, play at my own pace, and all that kind of good stuff. So this one's going to be an issue, because I got to get both sides of that. But I still have to have a way for this red line to get around and connect to there. like this doesn't leave me any... Alright, so I know it pretty much has to go like that. Up and around in that kind of fashion. It leaves me a problem of... This is one of those things where it's going to be a lot of crisscrossing lines, and you have to be careful where you necessarily put stuff. Because I can't go there, so it's just possible taking out moves that have to be made. So either way, it's going to have to go like that. No, it can't go like that. So it's going to have to go like that. And it's going to have to go like that. So I know those are moves that are going to have to be made, as well as that there. So what I want to figure out next is, does this line go this way and up and around, or does it go this way? It looks like it can't. It looks like it has to go this way. So that kind of eliminates. That there. Gonna start drawing out lines. Okay. So there it is. A lot of just thinking through and knowing, okay, this is what I have to do now, and this is what I need. This is what the end result wants to be, and sometimes it's best just to work backwards. So a similar kind of situation here where it has to go... Okay. Let's see across here. No, because that leaves that up and not that all the way to... No. Alright, just do it like that. Because that's one of the moves that becomes very, very noticeable, is making sure that you're able to go through it after on twice with the same line. Because you end up using that quite a lot in terms of how you have to play your lines so that they go through it enough times. Because there'll be a lot of these, and while it's easy to just go like, oh hey, I connected everything, but no, I've got to pass through these so many times that it's not going to work that way. Which adds to the depth of this game and adds to the complexity of it, which is fairly nice. Because by itself, it seems like a fairly simple game, just by the standpoint of, okay, there's not much to it. It's just kind of, I just gotta connect the lines. But having to go through, having to have the lines go through specific block or space enough times adds that kind of difficulty level to it that you wouldn't normally get. So we're about done here. Yeah, this is F22, so we got about 4 more levels here in this pack. And then we shall be done with... Alright. So the blue line is probably going to be the tricky one here. I always do with everything but this bastard right here. There we go. Sometimes you just have to step back and draw the lines a little bit differently. And you end up just seeing things that you... Oh, that's not good. Probably should have done the blue line first because that's going to be the most complex, I can already tell. But... okay. That's pretty close. Let's see. Like that. There we go. I'm guessing, basically one of the things that comes in a lot as well is just knowing where the two endpoints are. So I know this red line has to go all the way through here, whereas the yellow and blue lines can be pretty much isolated on the upper half and lower half respectively. So by using that information I can kind of theorize where exactly things have to go. And now, since these two are on this side of the octagon, I know it has to pass here twice. So the red line pretty much has to go like that. Which makes things a little bit easier to reason out. The second you know things absolutely have to go in a certain way, it's just possible elimination and knowing exactly, okay, I have to make these exact moves in order to get the result that I want. And that's not what I want. So there we go. That is set F. That unlocked a new palette. Let's see what that is real quick. Ooh, Moonbase. So let's go ahead and check what palette that is real quick. Ah. So it's a little bit more grayish. And I think I'm gonna try and use this. Let's just see what the colors look like real quick. So it appears to be just basically deep space with a little bit more grayed out. So I may switch over to this palette and use that, but anyways, there is set F. So that is done, and hopefully next time we will be going to set G. So I hope you guys liked the video. If you did, please click the like button. If you want to be up to date when new videos come out in LYNE, please subscribe to my channel. Otherwise, you guys have a good day.